Hello everybody, we are doing a Platinum 3 VOD review on one of my Twitch viewers. We are playing Chamber on Icebox. We are starting out putting a TP there. All right, so we put a trademark in kitchen, and then we put our second teleporter here on site and our second trademark here. So you buy full util and 5 shots. That's a fine setup. So one thing that I would say that you should be doing a lot as Chamber. Okay, so sitting here in your teleporter is really good. I like that you're watching a common pre-aim angle. You should never, okay, so the main thing that you're doing here that you need to not do is switching the angle you're watching. So if you are here and the enemies come out this way, then you can just keep pre-aiming here. The enemies can't peek you from rope because you'll hear it. If they peek you from here, you'll also hear it. They also, I don't know if they can even peek you from here unless they jump up on top of this. I don't think their head sticks over this little angle here. So this is an angle where all you have to do is just wait. You start panicking here. You see that there are other enemies that are coming up. You get stunned. The enemy jet dashes in, and then you're forced to tele out. Good job recalling your teleporters. So now you're worried about middle. Okay. Clearing all your angles, that's good. Oh, nice shot. Unfortunate. I think you got flanked from mid here. So, as you're going into sight, you kind of have to have a plan. So you clear everything. Now, you need to make sure that you're clearing this angle here as you're going into sight. This is a really, really scary angle. You'll see it as soon as I pause on it. So yeah, this angle right here is really scary. People like to hold this as you're clearing back sight. You need to clear that too. Unfortunately, I think you died from a flank. Yeah. So what I would do is the change that you can do here is, since they like to flank with Killjoy, you're going to want to start putting a tripwire right there where you were pretty much standing. So if we get a visual of it. So you're going to want to put a trip right here so that you can't get flanked. Although that wouldn't have stopped you from dying that round. Now this round, you haven't set up your teleporters at all, and you haven't bought the rest of your sheriff shots. I don't know if you have enough money for it, but you need to set up your tellies really, really quickly. Okay, so actually this is a problem. So you need to not have light armor here. Look, you only have 3,700 next round. You need to have 3,900. So right here, putting down trademarks on a save round is really detrimental because, like, for example, right now, it's not even going to be useful, and you've just wasted $150. So I think, oh my God, this kill, oh my gosh, nice shot. I was going to say the Killjoy's flanking again. All right, you can set up your teleporters here. Dude, we both look away. We both look away. Look, everybody watch him. He looks away in real life. Just like me. He learned from the best, boys. Yes, it's the only way to do it, boys. You must look away in real life, for your eyes will get ruined if you don't. So right here, your teleporter would have saved your life had you had set it up earlier. Unfortunately, you didn't, but that was still a really good round for you guys. You got a bunch of eco damage on them. And see right here, like, wait, why did you buy your shots before a gun? Yeah, never buy your util before you buy rifle and armor. Thinking about your trademark setups, this is a pretty bad setup. Yeah, there we go. They're a little bit better, but I'd still rather use a trademark for middle. Especially since you've gotten flanked twice now, you really, really want that trademark for mid. Okay, so we're playing towards mid here with our second teleporter using as a rotational teleporter. I hate playing middle personally. All right, so you just saw your teammate die on A, and then you saw 3 on your minimap. This is a good teleport, although I don't think it was necessary. You probably should have saved your teleport and just walked over, and then played pretty aggressive with it. Yeah, so you're very worried about mid here. Oof. Middle is for alphas. That's why you don't play it. I guess that makes sense. See, you're way, way worried about mid. Okay, so in this scenario, I would start saving one of my tripwires just to place it in middle so that I can take that stress off of my back, because you are very worried about it. You are extremely worried about mid, and it's really messing up your flow and your aim. Let's see, what are we doing? Why are you going towards B? You already have 3 people on B site and 1 person on A site. Okay, you're putting your TP down, you're running down middle. Okay, this is a little wacky. You seem to not really know what you're doing here, like what you want to do here. You just want to help towards B main. All right. Oh, okay. What we doing? A little panicky, a little crazy. You put your teleporter like in front of the Viper wall. I'm pretty sure they can shoot it from here. And then you didn't push through. That's what I thought you were going to do, is just run through the Viper wall. So right here, you didn't really do anything super useful. You kind of just gave up A site, and you ran over towards B, and then you didn't actually push up to help your teammates and fight on site. And again, like, you're just giving up all this space and you're just letting them push up and fight your teammates. And you need to be fighting with your teammates more. You have a really calm shot. Your aim is quite good. You have a really, really calm and precise shot, but you aren't using your positioning correctly. The main thing that I'm really worried about here is that, like, do we hear him dogging? Is that why you telly out? Yeah, you hear him dogging. Okay, so in a situation like this where you hear them dogging, you still have time. It's kind of like an enemy Sova drone, where if you hear them droning up or dogging up here, you can just peek the angle, then the dog will jump at you, and that's when you teleport out. So you should use the opportunities of the enemies using utility, like this dog here and their flash. Like, for example, if you had swung that angle there, the Reyna not only would have just been sitting there with her flash out, or in her hand, but the Skye also would have been sitting there, and that leaves a free kill for you. So you're wasting just like these precious little seconds that you could use to, catch the enemies off guard, where you really don't need to, fall back at that time. That was a bad trademark. That didn't really have any use. That trademark would have been much better off used watching middle or flank or something like that. I don't know how you didn't hear the Killjoy there, or notice, or think about her. Okay, now we're starting to play towards B. We have our operator this round. Wait, what are we buying? Did we not buy last round? What the heck is going on here? Hit tab. I can't really see your teammates' money too well. I think you should be hitting tab more often. All right, you should have bought this round. I don't know why you didn't. I guess you're just using your op this round. All right, you didn't set up your teleporters either, which is a really big issue. You should always be setting up your teleporters before you get on a site. Don't ever run up with your util in hand. Make sure you're always using your utility whenever it's ready instead of running up with it. Whoa! Gun out. Even if your teammate sees that, like, the KJ shit, just gun out. Never trust your teammates, ever. Yeah, if you find yourself dying a lot like that, then that's a big issue. All right, so right here, you are baiting for your Reyna. So you need to be peeking early on, getting the information, figuring out where they are, and then teleporting out immediately. I find that you're very passive here, a little too passive in my opinion, and you end up not peeking early enough and not shooting her. Oof. So somebody says in chat, at this point it's 1-4. Feels like this is a game in which the whole team needs advice. Thoughts? Maybe. There's always something you can do better. And it's almost impossible to tell when your teammates are being affected by your gameplay. So, like, for example, if you got like 1 kill in a certain scenario, would that 1 kill allow your teammates to get their kills in succession? So, like, for example, if you die first after shooting somebody and then your teammates die right after you, what if instead you had killed that person, then your teammate comes up and helps you and then kills the next person for you? So it's like, it's very small stuff that you can do that can just instantly impact the entire game and change the outcome of a singular round, which then can change the impact and outcome of the next round and stuff like that. So it's very difficult to say whether it's a team advice thing or player advice thing. But in this situation here, you are doing a very, very poor job of baiting for your Reyna. So when you're baiting in this situation, you really need to be making a little more noise and getting a lot more information. So we know where the Reyna is, and we are peeking her really, really poorly here. Another thing is, instead of backing off, you need to be going forward. Your Reyna is still there. She hasn't died yet. You need to be running up and helping her fight that. But instead, you run away and recall your teleporter because you're afraid of her. And then she's going to kill you here because she's got the confidence that she can just run out and peek you. And instead of giving her a 2v1, or instead of 2v1ing her, you let her get 2v1s. So make sure that you're always playing with your teammates instead of just letting them die. Okay, we're buying up. We only have 2 shots and a Vandal. Okay, so light armor Vandal. 2 shots. Now we're playing middle. We don't have our teleporter set up. That's a big issue. Always have your teleporter set up where you're going to play. It might seem difficult at first, but it's a really, really important mechanic that you get down. Now that you see the KJ's turret that's dead, you know that she's somewhere, not near it, which is good. They just planted on A site and the KJ is at B. This is a what the fuck game. So Zert says, I have very low confidence because of the low knowledge of what is going on. That's understandable. So the only thing you really need to worry about in any game or scenario is where the bomb is, how can we get the bomb on site, and how can we play to win the objective. So the bomb is on A. The enemies are still going B, which is fucking weird. This is like an absolute bonkers game. Saving is the right call here. And in a situation like this, you should really try and just group up with your teams as much as possible. Playing with your teammates is more important than, get fragging out and pushing up and getting kills. So it seems like a lot of the times they just run over your team on one site and or you're either retaking or you are dying on the site that they go to. So that's a big issue that you're having here is like, if they go B, you either get a kill and then die, or they push up and kill you and then they take site for free. And then like on A, your teammates are dying and then they're still going B and killing you or one of your teammates. Okay. Oh, you waited way too long to do that. You waited way too long to make this play. Yeah, also he does play high settings, which I don't agree with, but I guess it's personal preference. All right, rotating fast here is the right play. What I would do is throw a trademark in mid. Don't peek with your knife out. Holy shit. Your teammates are just getting run over on A. All right, so when that happens, when your teammates are getting run over on A like they just did there, that's when it's time to switch something up. So you have the most kills in your team. You can make the difference. So you should start playing A now. Start putting all of your effort into stopping this A push and making sure that the enemies know that A site is not a site that they can just easily run through. That'll help a lot with the momentum of the game. You need to set up your teleporters a lot earlier than you currently are. Okay. We set up our trademarks too late, set up our teleporters too late. Now we're not ready for the enemies to come to site. So it seems like you're only really confident in peeking one of these angles. You should be thinking about a lot more different angles that you can be peeking from, and a lot of different options, or you have a lot more options than you really think about. Oh God, you just reloaded with 13 bullets left. That's a no-no. At least you got the kill. But don't ever reload with 13 bullets left. KJ lurked up middle again. That is something that is going to be a huge problem. So like, you're playing on A, you got a few kills, but again, they just ran up middle and they're overwhelming you guys because you're not fighting them early enough on A site. You're letting them take that space instead of stopping them as they push up. So that's a big issue, is that you're like allowing them to push up so far instead of stopping them as they, instead of stopping them on the hardest part, which is where they are going to be like getting through the middle of the map. So once they get past that choke point, it's so much easier for them to take site. So you need to stop them at the choke point. I like here that you're looking for Killjoy, but as your Reyna runs past, you can clear that, make sure, or guarantee that she's not there. Good patience on your sheriff. Really good patience. Guess who flanked middle? Wait, did she go up tube this round, dude? Where did she come from? Oh, no. She was snowman. Wait, no, she was dude, where did she come from? Oh, she was in mid? Wait. Look in mid. She was right here. Then how did she? Oh, she came from middle. You didn't have a trip there. I see. KJ really likes mid. She is really loving mid. You should probably use your operator on A site most of the time, especially on Ascent. It's a really, really strong opping site, so make sure you're opping from there. Chamber is a character that's really, really important to set up with early, so you absolutely need to be setting up before the round starts. It seems like you're a little bit late almost every round. Panic. This is good of you to go towards the good of you to go towards the cover here, because the breach is likely going to flash out. Why would he have bomb there? Oscar, no. Sorry about that. I don't think you need to spam Jiggle Peek as much as you currently are. Your flank is covered by trips. I think your positioning was good. I really think you had a good positioning. All right, now this is a big issue. You only have one shot, and you don't have your teleporters. You should have pulled your teleporters back way earlier. Now you only have one bullet. This is really bad. Let's see how it plays out. They can't flank you. They can't. There's 2 trips there. What are you doing? All right, 1 kill. Now what you can do is just run away, go for a gun. Like literally just run all the way back to A site and go for a gun. Wait. Oh, don't tell me she's rushing you. If she kills you here, I'm going to be really upset. Oh, she got the bomb down. Oh, no. And she ulted. Okay, that's really unfortunate. I want to cry for you. All right, we're skipping this part. We're just going to skip the round. That round didn't happen. So your main issue there, let's talk about it though. Your main issue there is that you forgot that the rest of the map existed. So, okay, let's talk about this whole scenario here. So you forgot that you had trip flanks. Now, with 17 seconds left, okay, so this is, in my opinion, so like in my brain, this scenario, there's one obvious choice here. There's 17 seconds left. You haven't been flanked yet. The bomb is down here. And you're here. Okay? There is literally no other way that the Killjoy can go to B site without running into you. So the easiest and best play would just be, as soon as you get this kill, knife out, run straight to A site. That is the absolute best play here. The second best play is to keep toying with KJ, making sure that she wastes more time. Because if you stopped her for 1 second here, if you slowed her down for 1 more second, then you would have won the round. Because she planted with less than half a second left in the round. So, and then this happened. But you can see how, like, just slowing her down for 1 second there would have made the world of difference. See, again, you're not set up fast enough, right? Like right here, like you want to be in those spots, but like you're too late for it. You're not used to it. Also right here, you're panicked. Just stand still and hold the angle. You don't need to jiggle it with an operator. Remember, your shot is 1 bullet and they're dead. Their shot is maybe 1 bullet, but mostly like 3 or 4 bullets. So make sure you're not panicking like you are like right now. Oh, he clean, put him on phase. And then again, you're rotating too fast here. where the enemies lurk. Okay, so you've seen 2 of them right now in B main, and for sure the Killjoy is either in kitchen, tube, or to your left. Yep, kitchen. Killjoy is the lurking god. Killjoy said, I am a sentinel. My job is to lurk. My role is to lurk. I will lurk. And then she does it. Right there, you panicked hard. Remember, as the operator, or with the operator, you take 1 shot and they die. That means that you can spend the entirety of the time that they are trying to kill you aiming. And all you have to do is hit 1 shot. So if you miss that shot, then you lose immediately. But as long as you're 100% accurate with your operator, then you cannot lose. So make sure that you're taking your time a little bit more on those op shots. Wow, this is a long VOD and we're 2 to 10. Are we about to fucking, are we finna be here for a while? Holy shit. Dude, we're not even halfway through and it's 2:10. All right, this is about to get crazy. Okay, now at this point you should be setting up your teleporters. Call it out, motherfucker. Oh, she got away with that. She got away with that. That's really unfortunate. Skylurk, KJ should be right next to her. You really do have a nice shot. Like your aim is really solid. It's just your positioning and game sense is really not there yet. I think you have the potential to be an immortal player. Your aim is there. It's just your decision making is not there. Also, your movement mechanics are a little weak. But again, that'll come with time. Bro, no shot. Killjoy is still on B site. Killjoy said, B is my site. I have B site. I am the sentinel. I hold down the flank. My name is Killjoy. B is my site. And then she never left B. All right, we won pistol round. What's the plan? We gonna play with our team here? Set up a trip for flank. That's an okay one. Forget to call sometimes, but is improved. Yep. Calling is really important. Even just calling to yourself is a good, viable strategy. Like not even hitting the mic key, but just saying things. All right, you don't have your teleporter set up, which is bad. Grabbing the ult orb is good. You don't need to put a trip there. There's no point in it. It's not really going to serve a purpose. It's kind of a waste of money because you want to use it. Oh, you do call to yourself? That's good. All right, you don't have teleporter set up. And you're making really aggressive plays. And they're flanking. I don't know if you called that they're flanking, but they are. Your trip broke earlier, and they started flanking. And you don't seem worried by it, which is okay, I guess. I hate this position. I hate it. I really dislike that position. I don't think you should ever play back sight like that. I think you should mostly play like mid sight, like 410 area maze is really strong. But that position is really bad, in my opinion, because you can get picked from CT. So your biggest issue right now is that you're not setting up your teleporters. You're not using your util correctly. As you push up on the site is really, really important because like you can become Reyna or / Jet with your tellies if you position them correctly. All right, so your Reyna is cosplaying the enemy Killjoy. She gets an insane lurk. You come on now. I know you played Apex, but come on now. We don't got the 301 right now. All right. We got to stop. I know run and gun is a thing, but we got to just stand still. Just get the headshot on her. Teach him the run and gun take. You got to be a little closer if you're going to run and gun. I dislike that little jiggle peek there. I just don't like doing it. I think giving them the idea that you are there, like telling them that you're there, cuts off the surprise factor. And what I mean by that is like, if you do this jump jiggle, and there is somebody there, then they're going to be aware of you, right? But if you just instantly swing it with you thinking that they're going to be there and them not knowing whether you're going to peek or not, that can be a huge factor in their reaction time slowing down. So like, for example, somebody might have a 150 millisecond reaction time, right? And that's only if they don't know you're coming. But if they know you're coming, they can, you know, cut that down to like 75 milliseconds or something because they're prepared for it. So you're giving them an opportunity to prepare for you to peek. Yeah, right there it would have been better to wide swing and then just tally out if you miss your shot. What's going on now? All right, taking a sight, you're in his lurking middle. You're watching pipes. You pull out your knife a lot and you don't really think about what's going on. I need you to have a more concise plan. Okay, nobody's behind there. Stop that. Stop putting that trip up in heaven. Set up your teleporters. You put yourself in a really bad spot here. Okay. That's a little better. But right now, so think about your current teleporters, right? Think of the current situation that if somebody peeks you here and they shoot at you and you teleport, you're going to teleport into their line of sight. So you need to be holding the angle like this instead of like the way that you were. Because if they just swing you and you teleport away, then you will just instantly die anyways. So it's always better to hold the angle to guard your teleporter kind of, instead of playing the way that you were really scared. It does seem to me that like a lot of the lower ranked players, they hold these really bad angles. It almost seems like every single time I'm watching somebody hold an angle in low ranks, it's just incorrect. Like it's just like not something that I would do. And I'm going to try and talk more about that if I see it. Holy shit. You see, you pull out your knife too often. Like you don't need to pull out your knife to run that 1 inch. I like that you're getting the orb every round, though. Guarantee you he pulls out a trip in 3, 2, 1. No, he didn't. Oh my God. I'm proud of you. All right, running back to get the bomb because they flanked. Again, you should be using your trips for flank here because they're getting too many flanks off. And this round's pretty much over. Okay, you're going up middle this round. Have your teleporter set up in a good spot. See how you peek and you don't leave your teleporters. This is really good. This is exactly how you should be playing chamber. But at this point, you should be leaving to go and help your teammates on site or pushing up middle to pincer that sky. Because there's no reason for your teammates to be a 2vx on site when you could be there. Lurking is fine, but you really need to be good with your timing if you're going to lurk. Good patience there, waiting for that person to peek. Now, Breach has a flash, so you need to be very careful with how you're getting peeked there. So you need to be aware of him about to flash you. So pushing there was the correct play with him thinking about wanting to flash you and then, you know, getting killed with his gun out or with his flash out. It's really good. What are you looking at? Stop looking at the ground. All right, now we know where Killjoy is. How are we going to play this? You got fucked up there. You have a trip here, which is good. Okay, so this is a good angle, but you don't need to move as much as you are. Like you can just sit still and wait. Although that was a good play. Good job. Okay, your teammate already dies in mid, but then was traded immediately. There's no reason for you to go back here. They all died. And this is a really bad angle for you. Main reason is that there's no cover back here. So if you get into a situation where the enemy peeks you and you're losing that duel, then you have no way to get out. Good job. Good crosshair placement. No. Do not go middle. It's so tempting for people to be like, all right, 3v3, my teammates are going B, I'm going to flank. Do not do that. Just play with your teammates. So much easier. Set up your tellies. Operator, okay. Careful, they have Breach and Killjoy ult. That's not something you can really think about. And all right, look. Now, an important operator tip that I can give every single one of you right now. If you have an operator, your goal is not to watch both this and this angle. Your goal is to watch this angle and this angle alone, or the other angle. There is no reason for you to be swinging and doing all of this with the operator. You just sit still, you hold this angle, and then as soon as this guy peeks, you shoot him in his face. And then he dies, and then you hold the next angle. Instead of going there, going there, going there, and then look, you're forced to do a flick on this guy and then telly out. Like, there's no need for you to be peeking so many angles with this op. And look, again, another angle, another angle. You're always peeking different angles, but just hold one. You're very, very, very impatient with the enemies not peeking you, and it forces you to go to a different angle, and then the enemies just peek you when you're not looking. See, again, like right there, you're constantly looking for different angles. You are constantly thinking about where the enemies are, going to be peeking you from, but like, if you know an enemy is there, just wait for them to peek you from that one angle. Also, your teammates just absolutely fucked off in 1A. Nice. Wait. What the fuck? 0% chance you guys lost this round. What the fuck just happened? I cannot believe you guys lost that round. I cannot believe it. I absolutely cannot believe it. Wow. Just wow. All right, bad teleporter setup. I guess not awful if they're coming middle, but not the worst. All right, if they're breach ulting A main, you need to immediately go over and help your teammates there because they are pushing. That's good right there. Helping your team. Look away in real life. Look away in real life again. Good job. Dude, I love that every single time you go A, you have to check this now because the Reyna did it once. Do you see how... Okay, so that's actually a really good kind of a learning thing. So instead of thinking about it like this, instead of thinking about it like the Reyna went there one round, so now we have to check it every single round, think about being the attacker. So Reyna did that one time, and now every single time that you go A site, you're forced to check that angle. So think about how you can use that same strategy on your attacks. For example, like if you push up into a weird off angle and you make it work and you get a kill and then you get out, it forces the enemies to play a lot slower into what you do. So like just by doing what Reyna did, you can very easily slow down the enemy team on their attack pushes. So like the way that they were just rushing you down an attack, if you had dumped something like that, that would have slowed them down a lot. Stop throwing your trips down on attack like you're using them correctly. It's weird. You're not using them in the way that you should be. You should be using them only to check a smoke, or to watch flank. Maybe to like if you want to peek an angle, you can throw it up and then peek with it. This is a bad angle because you can get peeked by multiple people at the same time. So with your operator, you should be trying to cut off as many angles as possible other than the one that you're peeking, so that you can't just get peeked from like a different angle as you're holding this one. Okay, your teammates are running back towards A. I'm going to throw a trip down. That's good. Throw another trip here. That's good. Your trip got destroyed for mid. Unfortunately, you see how if you stop watching an angle once, if you stop watching an angle just one singular time, then somebody will peek from there. So that's why with an op, you really need to just be holding one angle, waiting for them to push through, getting that pick. All right, you have your teleporters. What I would do is set up a teleporter right now, set it up outside the KJ alt, and then inside the KJ alt, run up, use my TP to get a kill, and just TP out. Oh, you guys have bomb. Okay. Since you have bomb, I thought the bomb was down. That would have been really bad if it was. No, that makes sense, Wavy. All right. I presume that you're going to do the exact same thing here where you watch too many different angles with your op and you end up missing. But you see how like you see this, look at this, like you give it like literally half a second. Like you watch this angle for like 1, 2, and then you immediately turn away from it. Like if you just watch it for like just a little bit longer, they're gonna peek you. You're very, very impatient with holding an angle with an operator. Okay, this round we're pushing on mid. Oof. This is why you should have your teleporter. I also fucking hate pushing mid on Icebox. Absolutely. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's too risky, in my opinion. It almost always either leads to you dying or the enemy dying, but like it's like kind of like a 50-50 because you have to peek them and hope that they're there. And then if they are there, then you have to hit your shot. And if you don't hit your shot, then you're just dead. And you know, it's not an advantageous situation for you. I'm gonna end the VOD here. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any comments or questions, just ask and I will answer them all. Peace out.